Hi everyone, this is Tony from digitalreadymarketing.com. In this SEO analysis session, we are going to take a look at the website for La Scuola, Ditalia, Galileo Galilei. I hope I didn't butcher that. That is in Italian. So this non-profit organization is located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it is an international Italian language school providing Italian education for K to 12. Very impressive. So the first time I visited this site, let's go back to actually their main entrance page. And as you can see from the get-go, it looks like a flash. And when I dig through a little bit deeper, fortunately, this is not a flash. Because if it was a flash, then search engines won't be able to see it. And that's not a good news. And obviously, you know, if this is the only thing and there's no other entrance pages, clicks, or whatever, then search engines will essentially get stuck here because they cannot see flash. And again, fortunately, this is not flash, so we don't have that problem here. And actually, while I was moving around the mouse, you probably saw there are links up here. And actually, this is not the good way to have links like that because they are hidden, and Google doesn't like it because, as a, you know, for human, you don't see them. And this is a typical black hat SEO technique. So this is not good, and hopefully the site owner will change that right away. And when I use the tool, and this is a very nice, neat tool called Web Developer. It's a plugin for Chrome. That's the browser I'm using. It allows me to disable a lot of things here. So when I disable Java, disable images, disable all the styles, this and that. And actually I need to disable the CSS again. So this is essentially what the search engines see. You can see it does find a lot of links. It doesn't see the picture because search engines do not read the picture. And so there isn't really any problem when it comes to sort of entering the site. And we did see that with tools that we use. So we use Screaming Frog, that's the crawling tool. We found 62 pages. And when we use Site Operator on Google, we found 65 pages, more or less the same, which means there's no problem for Google to crawl the site. Now, we also check on many other typical SEO issues, and we did not see anything major. The only thing that I really want to point out, well, actually there are several things that I really want to point out are meta description, H1 and H2. So H1 and H2 are ranking factors. And if you optimize H1 and H2 properly with having keywords in there, those pages are more likely to rank for those keywords. And meta description is not a ranking factor, but it entices people to click on the result. And what I mean by that is when someone searches on Google, and this is what I see, and as you can see, here is the description of that specific result. So by having meta description and optimize it by having the target keyword in there, say when someone search for this specific keyword, for example, and they will see that getting highlighted in the meta description section. And in fact, I can quickly do that. I say we search for Apple. And as you can see right here, Apple knows what they are doing. It has Apple in the meta description, so it gets highlighted. See, darker, bolded, and that entices users to click on the result because they think this result is relevant to what they are searching for. So that's why you want to have meta description tag. And H1 and H2, so if we look through the site, and this is H1. So let's take a look quickly with find H1. And actually, this page has multiple H1, and that's not good because ideally each page should have one H1 tag rather than multiple ones. And we can take a look quickly, see what this H1 is, objectives. Okay. So, oh yeah, so those bolded, yep, this is H1. This is H1. That's probably H1. So ideally this should be changed to something else, maybe H2. On a lot of sites, what we see is people use H1 because of the way they look, because they want it to look a specific way, and they use H1, but sometimes that can backfire from SEO perspective. And this page probably doesn't have any H2. Let's find H2. Well, actually they do have multiple H2, so this page doesn't have that problem. But obviously there are about 55 pages that have missing H2. So ideally H2 should also contain a target keyword, and so that that will send additional signal to Google saying that, oh, okay, that specific page is relevant to the keyword, so rank higher for that keyword. So that's that. And speed wise, it looks pretty good. He has a grade of 82 out of 100, so that's a good thing. And it is understandable because this site seems to be a pretty simple site. It probably doesn't have database in the back end, so it loads pretty quickly, which is a good thing. And that's pretty much all the basic stuff that we went through. Now let's take a look at their backlink profile and sort of which keyword they are ranking for. And a very nice tool that we can use for that is SEMrush. And obviously this is not the only tool. There are other tools that does the same thing. But what's nice about SEMrush is that it allows you to find out which keywords that your site is ranking for. As far as backlink goes, there are other services that are better, in my opinion, than SEMrush. But as you can see, there are 12 backlinks that SEMrush found, and I personally like Majestic SEO. But if you do ended up purchasing SEMrush, you do get that backlink data also, so that's a good thing. And in case you don't know what backlink means, backlink is the link from other website, and it's an important ranking factor. So the more backlinks you have, the better. But of course, you want to have a quality backlinks. So backlinks from spammy site don't actually help you. Anyway, coming back to the actual keywords that this site is ranking for, as you can see, this site is ranking for these keywords, and you can actually double check on that by typing the keyword and see where the result shows up. And obviously, this is just one time point, and depending on people's browser setting, where they are located, the result could come up differently. And as you can see, for me, that specific results for the website result, it actually shows up on page 2 rather than page 1 as it's indicating here. But still, it is pretty accurate, and it does provide pretty good information. And so SEMrush, that's a good tool if you like to use. I will have that in the notes section, and you can click on the link and check it out. So that's pretty much it for this SEO analysis. And if you have more questions, please feel free to reach out or join our member, and then you will have the ability to ask questions in the comment section. As you can see, you need to be logged in. So that's it for this time, and I'll see you next time.